In a world that won't stop shifting, one thing remains constant: adapt or get left behind. Welcome to Brand Restrat, where I hit the Restrat button on branding. And this is episode 3 of New Rules of Branding based on my book, Building Brands in a Suddenly Changed World. You can see the first and second episodes. I will leave the links in the caption. Today's episode is about personal branding. Everyone you come across today, every professional you come across today is considering whether or not to build a personal brand, or they want to plan. They know they want to and they are figuring out how to do it, or there are others who just don't care. But personal branding is a big subject. What I want to say is that the new rule of branding is that there is no choice whether or not you build your own personal brand. You are a brand. It's up to you whether you want to channelize it in order to be able to take charge of the perceptions about you, of the conversations around you, and also to be able to harness the incredible opportunities that have opened up for us with the advent of the internet, and more specifically with the advent of social media. So that's what the new rule of branding is that every person is a brand. That's what it is. The question now is, how do you build your personal brand? And if that is something you would like to know, I would love to talk more on that in a separate post, in a separate video, because I am on this wonderful journey of building my own personal brand. It's been an interesting journey because I have been learning, while working on it. That's the interesting times that we are in, that we can learn as we do. So I follow the practice of make it exist first and then you can perfect it later. Social media and the nature of the internet allows us to do that. Personal branding is often confused with being famous or being viral. It is the same confusion between marketing and branding. They are two separate things, right? Marketing is short term, marketing is selling, marketing is getting famous. Building a brand is about standing for something, is about it is a long term initiative. It's about owning who you are, owning what you offer, and consistently do that throughout and live your reality with authenticity. Authenticity is another word that is over abused. Rather than authenticity, to be able to understand what it means, you can say accuracy, being truthful. Own your truth. Whether you have had a checkered career, whether you have multiple interests and they don't necessarily fit in together, you no longer need to fit yourself into one box and call the rest a side gig. My first episode is about the fluidity of existence, and personal branding is a great way to consolidate your fluid existence. When it comes to your career, when it comes to your identity, you can bring it all together, and that is what builds your unique brand. Being famous and being viral is a completely different thing. You can get viral by chance, you can get famous by chance, but branding, and be it for a business entity, be it for an individual, requires thought, requires strategy, requires you to recognize your truth, which could include mistakes, which could include shortcomings. And a lot of new age brands are building their brands based on this reality today. People can recognize fluff, people can recognize fakery and fakeness. So there is new age branding is to be truthful about yourself. Don't try to hide your truth. In a world where everything is about health and sugar less, everything is coming out in their sugar free variants. If you are a brand that sells something overly sugary and sweet, own that truth, because people still need you, right? You are not promoting bad health, you're not promoting binge eating, which you shouldn't. If you are a sugary aerated drink, you should not promote drinking it all the time, even though that will help move merchandise, even though that will help your profits. That is where people can see through it. You want to be a loved brand, no matter, because if you're a brand that provides a respite in low times with that much needed sugar kick, it is a loved brand. So to be loved or not to be loved, to us is the choice, right? To make people addicted to your brand versus making people respect your brand, these are choices that we have to make in the new age, because it will take nothing for a new age aerated drink brand to come up and own that space of the happy respite, or promoting responsible diet, responsible eating, responsible drinking, etc. That's the new age. And so, coming back to personal branding, so every person is a brand, and the implication on business entities is that because people are recognizing and accuracy, truth, it is necessary that even for brands to own your truth and build your branding around as close to reality, as close to being real as possible. So that's my episode for today. If you like what I'm saying, then please subscribe to this channel. And the next episode will drop next week, and that is going to be on the subject of post-purchase justification turning into post-purchase pride. For people familiar with marketing will be familiar with the term post-purchase justification, a term we used for people who, after you spend money on something, we seek that justification. So when you ask people in research, especially, like, okay, why did you choose this brand over the other? You have to read in between the lines instead of just what they say to you. They would say, oh, it's a good product, or it's a good brand, or it really suits me. They would try to justify their purchase, because that's psychology. We want to justify what we buy. Today, however, this has shifted to post-purchase pride. More on that in my next episode next week. Cheers.